I have Julie with me. Julie is going to join me briefly. Okay. Julie is one of the very prominent, outspoken Biafran here with us in the UK. And we want to quickly look into this kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What do we expect the rest of us? How do they expect the rest of us to react and take this up? Since the only thing Nigeria understand is the fact that if they know that the same abroad they run to, here they run to, will become unwelcoming anymore. If they know that, let's add to the pressure. And Julie, she's organizing a rally this month in London. I actually really want to be there myself. So I'm going to be talking to her about a lot of the atrocities that has prompted herself and many other people to come together to continue to raise this awareness. She's raised an online petition where people have signed and currently will likely come up very soon in the parliament. I want Julie to join me in a moment, and then we'll take it on from there. Hello there, Julie.
Oh, hello, Maiyegun.
It's good to see you, right? I know
it's good to see you.
And you know how this program works sometimes, right? I sometimes want to time myself, right? But I just can't time myself until I remember that I'm missing something. And I'm glad I could quickly bring you in today. Julie, you have been you said you joined Maiyegun's Diary Politico. You found Maiyegun's Diary Politico during the NSAS protest back then, right?
Absolutely.
Now you are now an ardent follower of Maiyegun's Diary, and you have been doing a great stuff before now, right? Can you please tell us about yourself and what you are up to?
Well, I'm one of those people that I got so depressed about Nigerian politics that I completely clocked out. But when the NSAS protest started, like everybody else, I was transfixed. And I actually thought that, this time it's going to be different. This time it's going to be different. Until that night on DJ Switch's live stream, couldn't believe it. I was so depressed, family, friends, everyone depressed. And we kind of stayed in that state for a long time until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came up with the ESN. And then we thought, well, there's a chance, because before then people were just getting slaughtered in their homes. And then when the ESN came, we thought, well, at least the forest will be defended and people have a fighting chance. And I think what he did was electrifying, because everyone felt, there's something to fight for. We don't have to give up. We don't have to roll over and die. So that's my route to it. Then, of course, there isn't proper news, as you know, in London. And so I searched and I searched and I searched, and I found your channel. And then to my horror, I found out that you've been going for years. And so I was like, oh my goodness, I've missed out on all of this. But, it's fine. Now I never miss a program.
So. And I'm actually looking forward to when I'm going to be part of your protest so I can see you physically, right?
Oh God, I hope we're talking about the protest. And we've got a promotional video out, and I've tagged in lots of media organizations on Instagram today. Right. And we've got a poster out, and it's on Facebook under LoveJusticePeace.
Yeah.
And we're hoping that young people will engage. I met some young people on the protest marches that I've been I gave myself a challenge that I was going to go on a protest march every week until Biafra comes and Oduduwa comes. Now, when I say Biafra, I'm actually from Asaba. So I have no problem at all.
I'm actually coming to, Julie, right?
Right.
An interesting part, because you and I are going to get to that part where, because you've been involved in this advocacy for a while, and you just told me there, all of us, that you at some point pledged that you're going to be going to a protest every week, rally, anything that has to do with the awareness about. And all this in London.
Yeah.
Now you are having one organized yourself, okay?
Oh yes.
Before this sudden shocking news of the appearance of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria, that all of us are still trying to figure out what is going on, right? You had this rally planned. Now that Mazi, or this now is now part of it, tell me, what is now your view or expectation towards this rally? I mean, with this new development.
I think it's more important than ever. It's more important than ever. My view from last year is that we shouldn't expect anyone who's based in Nigeria to be on the streets. I think we in the diaspora, and we need to take this over the line. We can't expect them to put themselves, because we know what's going to happen. The army will come out and shoot them, and people will die, and it'll be sad. So why don't we do it here? We can do it in safety. We can get the world's media. We can get the press, the whole world looking at Nigeria and looking at how difficult things are for Nigerians in Nigeria. So that's what we need to focus. We need to keep up the pressure. I personally think that if I was strategizing for the Nigerian government, I wouldn't have touched Nnamdi Kanu. I really think that they've shot themselves in the foot. But
I'm coming to that too,
yeah.
Right, Julie? Now, you are from Asaba.
Yes.
This is Biafra.
Yeah.
This is Oduduwa. You are from Asaba. Biafra is more personal to you. You told me. Which means that from the injustice, the abuse, the assault, and all of this, there's more to it.
There's more to it. There's so many, for me, there's so many layers. Let me try and unpack it, right? Number one, I remember the shock when I went to my sister's wedding in Asaba, and St. Joseph's Catholic Church, and it had all these, it was shut up. And then that's when some relatives then explained to me what happened with the Asaba massacre.
Right.
So how the Asaba people were called out. Basically, the Nigerian army didn't make any distinction between Asaba people and Yoma people and Igbo people from the 5 main Igbo states. Right. So basically, all those people died in the Asaba massacre. So that's what I learned about. And what I experienced in Nigeria is my parents were very frightened. I lived in Nigeria when we had lots of coups in the 70s. I was living in Nigeria when Buhari kicked I think it was Shagari he kicked out of government. Yeah. So my family, all I noticed was how frightened my parents were. They never gave us any information. And it's until I came to the UK that I started doing my own research and I found out what's been going on. And I now understood why the syllabus in Nigeria for history is just completely messed up, because it's designed that way so that you know nothing. So if you know nothing, you can't ask any questions and you can't do any better. So that's the way it works. The other thing I would say as well. So personally, I feel very close to, I don't feel any difference in terms, I know our dialect is slightly different from the 5 Igbo states, but other than that, I don't see much difference in culture. So the Igbos don't frighten me. And then on a personal level, I have very close friends that are Igbo. I don't recognize this demonization that Igbo people face all the time. It's unnecessary. We need to stop it.
Yeah, sorry to cut you short, right? Julie, I think one of the misrepresentation of info is that when people think Biafra is one homogeneous people made up of Igbos only, not knowing that there are other nationalities within that Biafra that
it's not. And here's the thing that blows my mind about this, Maiyegun. Here's the thing, right? So for instance, I'm from Asaba because my father's from Asaba. But my mother is actually mixed tribe. So my mother's half Benin and she's half Igbo. So when you hear Nnamdi Kanu talk about Oronigbe, Agbo, Ubiaja, and all those places, I know those areas really well because of my mother. Right. So the point is, the one culture, the irony in all of this is that the one Nigerian culture that is perfect for the kind of circumstance that we want, which is what we want every tribe to have a say, want everybody to count. If even if there are 50 people left in that tribe, they have a say, just like we are in the UK, for instance, in London Borough of I don't know, Westminster or wherever. So let's say we had a similar place in Nigeria, they get a say. The irony is that the one culture that supports that in Nigeria, guess what? Igbo culture. Their culture supports it. It's not hierarchical. It's about, little independent groups doing their own thing. That's what is going to make us work. And that's why we as the South, we need to come together. We need the Isokos to come together. What do you want? Do you want the name Biafra? Okay, you're not happy with Biafra. What is it you want? Put it on the table. Robo, Ijo, all of those groups, we need them to come together. That's what this rally is about. Because at the end of the day, there isn't, the Fulani people see the lot of us as Nyamiri. Make no distinction. So that's what we in the South need to be. We need to be aware of that, and we need to do better
than this. You know, where you are in a legal profession in the UK, right? Yeah. I don't know the terminology used for all of you. I think they use solicitors. So I'm just using legal.
No, I'm a solicitor. I'm a solicitor.
All right, great. Now, somebody like you understands to some extent, I would say, or if not more, the limitation of, is it called the external law or international law of repatriation or extradition and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Look at the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everyone is worried that, for example, when he suddenly appeared, there is a part of that where people said he looks drugged, which simply means the process that took him to Nigeria is not legal.
No.
What do you say? Being a British citizen himself, what do you say?
Well, here's the thing: is like when I saw the press conference with Malami in it, I noticed that he was emphasizing on the fact that Nnamdi Kanu, his full names, he was born on the 25th of September 1967, and that he was born in a particular part of Igbo land. And I think the reason that he was emphasizing on all of that was to say that he is a holder of a Nigerian passport. He has tried to renounce his Nigerian citizenship, but we're not accepting it because it's in Buhari's gift to accept that renunciation, and Buhari's not going to accept that. And now that because he's a British Nigerian citizen, he's now in Nigerian soil. And what that means is that the British can't interfere. They can't get involved, because if you hold dual citizenship and you end up back in Nigeria for whatever reason and you get into a pickle, the British government are going to say, you know what, we don't need to get involved. So that, I think that's what he was alluding to by emphasizing that. Here's the problem. The problem is Nnamdi Kanu didn't go to Nigeria for Christmas. He didn't travel to Nigeria for a picnic. So we still have an issue. How did he end up in Nigeria? So there has to be a process followed. Do you remember when we had Julian Assange in London, and he was holed up in a foreign embassy, and the British police couldn't even go through the door? That's international law. That's how it works. So the point is, they've got him into Nigeria, but the process isn't fair. To keep it simply, I'm not an immigration lawyer, but that I do know in general terms. The process isn't fair. And if the process isn't fair, then it's not looking good for the Nigerian government.
Is illegal, is faulty, then that means it's baseless.
It really is. Right? It really is. And then there are other things. And that's one of the strongest points, I think, that they were hoping to rely on.
Right.
And then there are other issues. Is like what happens in Nigeria. Look at what happened with Sarah Wiwa. You know, see, he didn't even get to appeal and he was murdered. And then, because honestly, to me, that's murder. So, and then you look at other things about the process. You can't just throw a person in jail for 2 years and then be going on a fishing expedition. Will this charge fit? No, let's try another one. You don't do that. That's not right. So it's the thing in Nigeria is that I've listened to lots of commentators talking about Nnamdi Kanu's case, and I get disappointed in Nigeria because we have this, we suffer so much from Stockholm's syndrome, I think. We never put ourselves in anybody else's shoes, and we don't even put ourselves in their shoes when those people are fighting for our rights. So I see people saying that, oh, well, you know, he was insulting the government and he said some incendiary things. Punishment should fit the crime. It doesn't even fit. So
let me show you a video, right? Let me share a video with you. This is one of those old men controlling Nigeria, the Minister of Misinformation of Nigeria. They are gloating. It's like they just discovered gold. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this is like a gold mine. Nnamdi Kanu, we caught him. Now they are gloating. They are like everywhere. Listen to this. A government that wants to prosecute Nnamdi Kanu for a maximum crime of treason, these are their reasons why. Watch this.
Gentlemen, the federal government wishes to commend the Nigerian Security and Intelligence Services who collaborated to rearrest the proscribed IPOB leader in one of the most classic operations of his type in the world. We commend the professionalism, diligence, patriotism, and painstaking efforts of our security and intelligence agencies. We also thank the sister international agencies that collaborated with us to pull off this arrest. It will interest Nigerians to know that for over 2 years, our security and intelligence agencies were on the trail of the proscribed IPOB leader as he lived a 5-star life across several countries, traveling on chartered private jets, living in luxurious apartments, and turning out in designer clothes and shoes. Of course, as we all saw, he was arrested wearing.
So, Julie, he is living a 5-star life, he's flying private jets, he's wearing designer shoes. I am a proscribed IPOB leader, and that is a crime in Nigeria.
He's laughable. I mean,
they arrested
Muhammad is
yeah, they said they arrested him with a passport issued in 2013, right? Shouldn't that be an expired passport right now that nobody should travel on?
Well, there are immigration lawyers that have been screaming about that, because some immigration lawyers have been saying that basically if you have, under Nigerian law, if you have a passport that's expired and then you've gone on and got another passport, then that means by definition you revoked your Nigerian citizenship. Now, I'm no immigration lawyer, but obviously that passport, if they got hold of it, from the last time that he was incarcerated, you know, and he's been traveling with on other passports. I mean, we've heard him travel to the States and to make trips to different places. So obviously he can't have traveled on the expired passport. I don't get it. I think the Nigerian government is complete embarrassment.
Yeah, another one, they said it was kidnapped in Kenya.
Yeah.
Can we actually like officially let people know that this is not an arrest? This is a case, a high-profile kidnapping case.
Well,
should actually be.
The clue was in the choice of wording. The clue was in the choice of wording. Did you say he was? What did he say? What did Malami say? Did he say he was apprehended? Or I thought, oh, that's an interesting choice of wording.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember? Do you recall the clue was in his wording, in Malami's wording, because he didn't say arrest.
He said he was intercepted.
Absolutely, that was the word.
And interception means somebody is going somewhere, he got dragged in, kidnapped, and he landed somewhere else.
Exactly.
That's illegal to do that to a British citizen. Just, you know.
The point is, I think the point is, I know that I can't remember his name now, it will come to me, maybe Dean Hurlock, I think is his name, of the British High Commission. I know that he has had an interview with a Nigerian journalist, and he said to them that Nnamdi Kanu will get help if he reaches out. So the question is, because I know Nnamdi Kanu has issues about British involvement. I remember when there was an announcement made about asylum, and Nnamdi Kanu's view was, we don't want to be in asylum in the UK. We want Biafra. We want our own country in Biafra, which is fair enough. But I wonder if strategically that he will pull that lever if he needs to do so. And I think it's one thing that personally gives me comfort, that if he got to that extent, that he might think, you know something, let's call in the British and see what we can negotiate. So at least, I mean, knowing that that's possible, I personally want him to be safe and well, and I'm glad that he has that option. He might not want to exercise it himself, but I personally feel happy that he has that option to exercise should he choose to. Yeah.
Now let's talk about July before you go. Okay.
Okay.
I'm actually now feeling like I'm going to be in London on the 31st of July. Like,
well, I hope you are.
Like it is possible now, right?
I hope you are.
Julie,
I think the thing is, I think the thing is, people mustn't be be despondent. I know I was despondent when I heard the news, and I recovered, and I thought, well, you know, he said it all the time. He said, you know what, if I have to step out of this door and I die and Biafra comes, then I've done my job and I'm happy. So if he's prepared to make that sacrifice, guys, we've crossed the Rubicon. We've got 2 big tribes. We've got Igbos. We've got Yorubas. Now we need all the little wonderful tribes in between. Wari, Isoko, all of you. Guys, put on your tribal attire. Come out on the 31st. Let us show the Nigerian government that we are not going to be bullied. We're not going to take any of this nonsense. And we're not going to have the next generation in slavery and cowering the way we have and the way our parents have. So guys, come out on the 31st. We need people who want to make speeches. Have your say. It'll be great, Maiyegun, if you can come to London and make a speech. But we also need young people. We need young people. Come out and have your say. And I think if we can be on the streets every single week, let's do it.
It is possible, and we are going to do it, okay? Because if that is the little we can contribute in making this a global thing, the Biafrans have done it before. When he was arrested in 2015, 2016, then you guys took over the global, global stage.
And the point is, diaspora power is not to be underestimated. That's what the Irish used. That's what there's so many nations. If you think about nations that have fought for their sovereignty, that fought for their freedom, it's the diaspora. So now that Nigerians, that you know that the people they're at risk, let's do it. Let's do it in the diaspora. We must make that man not have any sleep, no rest, no peace. Every week he'll be getting news. London's at it. Glasgow's at it. New York is at it. Canada on. That is what we put the pressure on him. And he will leave. And when he leaves, he'll think, you know something, anything is better than the pressure from Nigerians. And then we can have our referendum. And then we can break away from this abusive marriage dated 1914, and we can live a decent life. Roads, water, running water, electricity, the basics.
Julie, finally, you told me something, because this is not just about the rally. This is just about the awareness only, right? You did set up a petition online that would likely get
I did
soon.
I did. What I've done is that, you know, I don't know if you remember that in the NSARS, there was a guy called Silas. Silas set up a petition, and then it reached 100,000, and they had to debate it in Parliament.
Oh, I remember.
That's what I've done.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the sort of petition I've done. So where it's the stage it's at the moment, it's gone in, and I think they'll look at it for either 7 or 21 days. And if they think that, because remember, there are people popping those petitions in all the time. So if they think that it will be useful to be looked at, then they'll let it run. And in which case, I'll bring it out, and then I'll everyone in the UK sign it. You know, and so basically we get it debated in Parliament. But we have a few days to go before we get to the next stage.
Grant, thank you so much, Julie. You know, it's actually so wonderful talking to my, you know, my
absolute pleasure, absolute honor.
It's so great. I love it. Maybe we should be doing
honor. Thank you so much, and I can't thank you enough for the work. It's absolutely brilliant. This is a temple of truth, people. Share, share, share.
Thank you, Julie. I'm going to see you again, okay? You have a wonderful evening, all right?
And you. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Stay strong.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Right. So that is Julie there from London, and she's doing a wonderful work, honestly speaking. It's so easy that people who are doing great things, they will just look so simple until they open their mouth. You will get to meet her, and she's delivered a very great message, a very great part of this conversation tonight that, honestly speaking, right, I enjoyed it. I don't know about you.